What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You already know what time it is. This is your boy, the historian, in the building. We're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about this. Jeff Ulbrich is coming back to Atlanta. But before we get this thing started, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. We got a lot to cover. Let's go.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We got a defensive coordinator. Some might like him, some might not. But hell, we obviously see the buddy system is alive. Buddy is what we call it around here. Hey, anybody that's a Raheem Morris good friend or former co-worker, go ahead and put your application in, big dog. You're going to get a job here. Let's go, man. Nepotism strikes again, damn it. But hey, you know how it goes. Look, we got a DC. He's more than qualified. He's been solid everywhere he's been. But hey, it's just what it is. The Falcons gonna do what the Falcons do, baby. That's what we call it. That's why we say the Falcons are the Falcons. That's pretty much how we look at it. But at this point, why even get mad? Why even get mad? I told you to temper your expectations. I don't know why we didn't take Steve Wilks. I'm with you, Uncle Louie. Why the hell didn't we take Steve Wilks? He's been in the building. He understands how to get the best out of players. And guess what? He's respected. Jeff Ulbrich is coming from literally a dumpster fire of a situation with the Jets. Their defense was straight. I can't even sit there and hold you. Their offense was their problem, you know. But again, it is what it is at this point. It's no need to get mad because guess what? Regardless, he's going to get a paycheck. He's here. And guess what? We got to deal with it. He got the logo. But I'll say this, though. If you really want to talk about it, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to drop the link in a little bit, and you talk about what you like and you dislike about the hire. But you got to remember, he was an interim head coach, and so was Raheem Morris, if you remember, in 2020. The defense started to play well up under these guys. And he's a part of, as what we would say, the system that was here in 2016. This is what I don't understand. Why the hell do you not want to get rid of that stench from 2016? Why? Why not? It's time to start the hell over. Understand this. There are many qualified defensive coordinators out here. I'm not knocking Jeff Ulbrich, but why the hell do we have to go down the retread cycle? We've already done that. And so, what's going on, I see you. So for those who don't know, Mr. Louis Algier is Tyler Algier's uncle. So shout out to Uncle Louis on this one here. Uncle Louis, We got that Louis Vuitton luggage every time you come through spitting facts and hollering at us, man. But it's tough. It's tough. You got to look at it. We're having free agency coming up. We're really getting ready to have a facelift for this defense. And we don't know what the hell is getting ready to happen. But just sit back and enjoy the ride, because this is what we do in Atlanta. Not Atlanta, in Atlanta. This is what we do. We party in the snow. We act a fool because guess what? The streets are shut down. But understand this here, man. You got to realize that at this point, it's a mute point. It's literally mute at this point. It's no need to get mad about it. We've got a new coach. It's what it is. He's in the building. Take it for what it is right now, folks. I can't be mad because he's a former linebacker. He played in the NFL, so he can relate to some of the guys. He can understand what goes on. If you know Jeff Ulbrich's background, Jeff Ulbrich coaches a fast and physical defense. Literally, a fast and physical defense. And when you sit back and think about it, he was right in the building the whole time. But apparently, Raheem wanted to go in another direction, and management wanted to go in a direction with somebody familiar. But here's my thing. If we underperform again this year, guess what? Raheem, this falls on you, and Terry, this falls on you too, because you signed off on this. And all I can say is I hope that he's better the second time around. Maybe he will be, maybe he won't be. We don't know. But at the same time, you got to call a spade a spade. It wasn't the greatest time when he showed up the first time. But got to give it to him. He had our linebackers playing well when he was here. So it's no need to hate on the man. I'm not hating, but I got to call a spade a spade. You passed up on Jerry Gray, who's in the building. You passed up on Steve Wilkes, who had helped out with a championship defense. You literally passed up on guys that could have come in here and assisted this team in getting back. But I'm not going to crap on the hire like that, because it wasn't his fault that the Jets were bad. That wasn't his fault. But he had pieces. The Jets' defense was solid. Their offense was garbage. So maybe he might be able to get our defense to become stingy and help our offense out. But to help me out a little bit, man, I'm getting ready to go ahead. I've dropped the link. I got Mr. Jaden up in here. What's happening, Big J? We can barely see you, bro. We just see the glasses and the lips, my dog.
My bad, dog. You see it? You see the flag, bro. You see it?
Yes, sir. What's happening? Let's talk about it.
Man, all I can say is I ain't even surprised, dog.
Hey, we passed up on Steve Wilkes again. You pass up on Jerry Gray again, but it's what it is. Let's see if he's learned on this second time around. You understand what I'm saying? Now, right. My thing is a zebra don't change its stripes. Nope. It only changes the pattern that it runs.
Hello.
When it's trying to get away. So at the end of the day, Raheem, now this is all on you, because this was a true nepotism hire. I get that he's got the credentials, but Jerry Gray is still in the building. I'm happy about that. At least we still have Jerry Gray.
Right.
But I think what does help is Ulbrich has been in situations where he's called plays before. Mm-hmm. He understands things. We're going to see how this works.
Mm-hmm.
But that track record ain't so good right now.
Now, the next thing we need to figure out is that a D-line coach.
Exactly. At this point, why not? Here's the thing. Steve Wilkes coached D-line in San Francisco when he was there, as well as the D coordinator. But the one thing we do know about Jeff Ulbrich is this. He's competent to run a defense. So I'm not going to trash this hire all the way. I'm just disappointed in the fact that you didn't give someone the hire that should have gotten that.
Right.
This man is leaving a situation in the Jets that's just awful.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Now, I know one thing though. He when he was here, our linebackers coach, he had them linebackers balling though. I gotta give him props.
That's one thing that you can say. He had the linebackers balling. But if you want to look at resumes as a coordinator, I think he and Steve Wilkes are about even, because if you look at it, they were both in bad situations where they had defenses and teams starting to step up. Right. So All I'm saying is this. I think that it helps out. It's not a terrible hire. I'm not saying it's a terrible hire, but I'm saying it's a hire that we didn't need to go back down that path of a retread. We needed something new. But I guess Raheem wants to go, I guess Coach Morris wants to go down the route of having somebody that he has familiarity with. Not saying it's bad because, okay, maybe he learned his lesson. Maybe he knows what to draft and what to bring in. Because if you look at that Jets defense, they had a team full of studs. Sauce Gardner, you got defensive line, kid out of Alabama. I always forget his name. Man. Yeah. I mean, when you look at it, they had a stout defense in New York. Got to give it to them. But the problem is their management was bad, and then you brought in an Aaron Rodgers that was even worse. That was at the end of his career. So that's not on him. But Martindale would have been decent. I'm not saying I wanted him, but Martindale would have been decent. He's got NFL pedigree. He's got experience, but he'd have blitzed us out of the damn package.
Hey, don't forget they interviewed the coach that was with Chicago today too.
Yep. And here's the other thing. The other guy that I looked at, now everybody was saying, no, he don't deserve it. Here's my thing. No, I wasn't going to give, and I'm a huge proponent of HBCUs, but I wasn't going to give Coach Brown that much responsibility, even though he's called plays and set stuff up, but we don't need a first-year D coordinator again. Nope. We really don't. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take Obert over Jimmy Lake any day.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We all was pissed off about the fact that Jimmy Lake wasn't competent. It was all pissed about it. A lot of us some are going to be happy about the hire. Some are going to be mad about the hire. But the one thing that you can say is this. The Jets were a team that ran a defense called a 4-3 that was built for our personnel. It was built for our personnel. So the question is Raheem going to allow him to go back to a 4-3 defense, or he's going to keep running this BS 3-4 that we've been getting killed off of?
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to tap in, I have the link for you guys. But all I can say is at this point, this is who we've hired. I'm dropping the link again for you folks that want to come in. Definitely appreciate y'all for jumping in and tapping in with us. But, and my man Jaden normally watches. This is his first time really getting on the screen with me. So I appreciate you stopping through, man. Definitely appreciate it. But I'm going to keep this open for a bit because there's a lot of things that we've got to fix defensively. Now you bring in a competent coordinator. The question is, what direction do we go in the draft? That's my question. Because now that you bring in experience, do you put yourself in the position when the draft comes up to be in a different spot?
Right.
What's up, Wallace?
What's going on with you, Ryan? What's up?
I hear you got that TV loud as heck over there, man. I had to turn my headphones down.
Oh, they over there. My grandkids over there playing the game, playing Fortnite.
Love the kids, man. I'm with you, Uncle Louie. I think we need an edge in a DB, but my thing is what I believe we need to go ahead and grab. We got to get a real defensive tackle in this draft. You got to get one in the first or the second round, because whether we're running a 4-3 or a 3-4 defense, we're too soft in the middle. And that literally messes up our linebackers, and it doesn't put us in position to be productive. We've got to get us at least a big – I've already said what I want. If we ain't going D-line, if we're not going D-tackle, I need somebody to draft a right tackle to protect Michael Penix's blind side. The first draft pick that we have, it has to be in the trenches. It has to be in the trenches, folks.
We need that boy from Kentucky right there in the middle. Right there in the middle.
But that's if we can get him. If we don't get him, you go get Walter Nolan. That's the other cat that you get out of Ole Miss. And Walter Nolan was at Texas A&M first before he went to Ole Miss. And he's been a very, very disruptive player. Another guy you look at, JJ Pegues out of Ole Miss, his running mate. People forget that Ole Miss spent that money, but that defensive line was nasty this year. Them and South Carolina had two of the most improved D lines in the country. I'm looking at getting my trenches straight, and then I can focus on everything else. Because if we can't protect the quarterback, if we can't have somebody that's going to keep the linebackers clean, what the hell good is drafting anybody else from any other position if we can't control the line of scrimmage, folks?
But with this hire, I think we'll go back to a 4-3.
That's if Raheem allows him to go to a 4-3.
He's going to allow it because he done worked on him before. So that's what's
I think we need to go to a 4. I think we need to go back to a 4-3, but then in some sets we need to have a 3-4 defense as well. It's got to go back and forth because we've got to be able to keep people off balance. Can't just stay in one particular defense.
Well, most of the time they run a nickel anyway, so you probably can go from 4-3 to nickel to whatever you want.
Another defense. What's up, Will?
What's up?
Another defense we can go to, and I'll just tell you, is a 4-4. You can go to a 4-4 with this defense because of the personnel that we have. You know what I'm saying? 4 down linemen. You drop one of your safeties down and run a cover 3. That's something else that you can do. That is something that definitely is. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing at this point. So, all I can say is, at this point, we got an experienced defensive coordinator. Let's see what we're going to do with this draft, because what's going to happen now, this draft is going to tell you everything you need to know. Because remember, he was responsible for Quentin Williams going to Alabama, and coming from Alabama to the New York Jets. And if you notice, he made that boy a star on his defense. Robert Saleh know what he did when he got Jeff Ulbrich. But even though we took a retread, and some of us are like, damn, we got another retread, I'm okay with it. I don't like it right off the bat. I'll feel more comfortable when I see what the draft is like right now. That's what I'm gonna say. Will, what you got?
Man, I just want us to be better, man, on the defense, set the tone. I want us to get us a defensive tackle first round. I don't care right tackle, defensive tackle, whatever's the best position for us to fit this scheme we want to like. And I just hope that we have a better season than we had last year because we supposed to win this division. And I hope for this, man. I just hope us we at least win 10, 11 games, man. I'm not expecting too much to do for the playoffs. That's all I want to see, improvement across the board. And get off on a strong finish and closing games out. I don't want to see us keep playing behind.
So Wallace, now me and you talked about this the other night. All I can say is we disagreed on the scouting department. Now you've got to be able to see what the scouting department is going to bring to the table with limited picks, and now you're bringing in a veteran guy or whatnot that understands how to call a defense. Which direction are we gonna go in? That's the question.
Well, with these 5 picks, it best all be on defense because your offense should be straight. Because I don't see them moving McGarry. McGarry's still gonna be your right tackle until his contract is up. So if you can get a free agent right tackle, like you said, keep strong for another, bring him back. But these 5 picks need to be strictly defense.
Right. And I know you say strictly defense. I would say at least 3 defense, 2 offensive linemen. That's where I'm at with it because we need depth right now.
Yeah,
skill positions, I'm not worried about at this point because you can get your corner as an undrafted free agent. You can get guys to do that. Hey, Wallace, do me a favor.
Yeah.
When you're not talking, can you mute your mic, and then I'm gonna bring you back when you're talking? Yeah, because it's getting a lot. I'm getting a lot of feedback.
Okay, I'm gonna move to another room.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
But I'll say this: I believe that in this situation that we have going right now, you got to look at how Ulbrich called his defenses. Ulbrich predicated his defense on the trenches. His linebackers are fast, violent, and can cover. Remember the Super Bowl run we were on? Devondre Campbell was one of his star players. That was a guy that a lot of people didn't talk much about, but I knew about him coming out of Minnesota because, like I said, I'm a college football fan. So all I can say is at this point, it's really one of these situations where we have to see which direction this organization is going to draft. That is going to tell you everything you need to know and where their mindset is, because they decided to go with an experienced guy. Might not be the guy that we wanted right off. Some want it, some didn't want. Right. But how do we now, since we know he's going to be here, how do we build off of the offseason? Because I said this the other night, and Wallace could tell you. I said up front, they've got to make a hire very quickly because you want to start getting these guys in the room with these GMs and these people so they can already hatch their plan for this defense coming up next year. That's how it's got to be. So they only waited for about a week before they made this hire.
Yeah.
Jimmy Lake was fired. A week goes by, and now they make the hire during the weekend.
Do you think we get a defensive line first round? Because I'm looking at an edge rusher or defensive tackle. I think the Falcons will get an edge rusher if they don't be gone. Because I really want
That
I'll
what
do Carter, but I don't think we're gonna get him. But we really need a nose tackle for to eat up space like Dante Pope.
Yeah. I look at it like this. I really feel like the way that this thing is going, and I just see it as it's okay. It's okay. Some people aren't gonna like it. I know it. I know it. It's okay. There's a lot of things we didn't like. Guess what? They went in the direction to bring Raheem back. Raheem brought his partner in crime back, another one. But the difference is Raheem actually coached with this cat in Atlanta, and they actually ran a defense together. Remember, they were a part of that 2017 defense that was the top 10 defense in the league the year that we lost to Philly in the playoffs. That we probably would have killed Minnesota. Whoever won that Philly and Atlanta game was going to beat Minnesota and go to the Super Bowl and win. That's pretty much what was going to happen. So, again,
hey, whatever happened to Marquand Manuel, dog? He still coaching?
Manuel's still around.
Yeah.
Manuel's still around. The one thing that I've been saying this for the longest, Auntie Pam. You just pretty much repeating everything I've said with that one. I say this every episode. They got to start. The scouting department got to go to the HBCUs because I can tell you right now, I could give you 2 or 3 defensive tackles out of that rank. If you don't draft any and you choose not to, I could give you 2 or 3 that could come in Atlanta and start right off the bat. Literally, they could start right off the bat. So I'm at that point where if we don't draft the safety, there's a kid out of Howard University by the name of Kenny Gallup Jr. Definitely a monster at that safety position. You know, if you draft a corner, I'm looking at Kobe Bryant out of Kansas. If you're gonna take a corner, I like him. He would fit what we do in Atlanta. And it's one of these things where we either need to get, if we don't take a tackle, as my guy was saying, you got Jalen Walker, Michael Williams, you got Pierce, then you got Sorrell out of Texas. There's so many different guys that are coming through. Now, here's a question I got for you. Why in the hell didn't we never look at Chuck Smith as a defensive coordinator, folks?
Man, it's man, Ryan, I ain't even cut you off, man. It's the owners, man. The owners, man. It's just that they comfortable with the yes man guys, bro. We don't ever want to get out like Terrence Matthews, Roddy White. We don't get none of these players who play for these franchises, and I feel like it's kind of slapping the face to this franchise for even not even hiring them because if we would have had these Chuck Smith, or he would have had his defense playing lights out, playing for him. We need leaders. We need men. Go by example, not just about talking. So I just like to see improvement around, man. I feel like this organization, if God forbid, if Arthur Blank step down under his son go, we need to hire like more like people who play for the Falcons franchise.
But here's the thing: if they don't have coaching experience, I don't want them here. I'm gonna keep that a buck with you. If they don't have coaching experience, I don't want them here. Even if they were great for this franchise. We know Chuck has D-line coaching experience. We know this. We've seen all the products that he's put into college. And he also helped guys get to the NFL, and he's still training NFL guys in the offseason. He's got that facility right there in Atlanta.
Hey,
so
what's
up?
What if we bring Brian Cox back?
Brian Cox is with the New York Giants. They ain't letting that boy go. They're not letting him go. He's been with the Giants for a little bit. So that was let's just put it this way. That was a wet dream that got shot to hell. That's the best way to describe it. Because they could have brought him in because the Giants really just got him this year. And we could have got him in here. Yeah. But the question is, did anybody want to deal with that? Because certain people in management weren't fans of Brian Cox like that. Just being honest.
You know, it's crazy, but he had them defensive linemen accountable too. Nobody wants to mention that.
But
Yeah.
Brian Cox, look, I say this: the difference between Brian Cox is this. A lot of people will say he's not a good fit. People say, "Oh, he's outdated." Here's my thing: that's a Bill Parcells guy for number one. For number two, he brings an edge, and here's the thing: there's a certain edge that you can't get unless you come through an environment like that. Brian Cox is from East St. Louis, and if anybody's ever been to St. Louis and you know about East St. Louis, Jackie Jordan Kersey is from that area too. Great athletes come out of there, but there's a toughness that they bring because of the hardships that they deal with. Brian Cox was always 100% lunch pail, hard hat, and a guy that would grind it out. And he was a respected linebacker in the league. And then when he became a coach, defensive linemen couldn't stand him, but guess what? They respected him and they played hard for him. Just being real. Just being real. A lot of guys hated Bill Parcells. People don't know that. A lot of guys hated Belichick. A lot of kids hated Saban. Think about it now. These are guys that all work together at one point. You know this thing that they have in common? They get the best out of their players, even when it's not popular to the general media or the casual fan.
Right.
You gotta have guys that can push buttons, and he was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Wink's not gonna come in as a D-line coach. Wink wants a DC job, bro. He's not gonna do that.
Yeah, he's probably gonna get a D-line coach from the Jets, since everybody's probably gonna get fired from over there.
My question is, does Nate Landman come back?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I ain't a GM. We got to see, man. This is gonna be a good off season though. There's a lot of players that we probably only could keep 2 or 3 players, but I don't think we're gonna keep everybody. I'm just gonna be honest. Avery Williams, Rondell Morgan. We got some tough decisions. Drew Dahmer on the contract extension. I'm just saying because we don't have that luxury money.
Y'all think Matt Judon coming back?
No. I tell you that now. He ain't coming back. And the reason being is because if you look at the production that was had this year, it just wasn't good, fam. It wasn't good at all. So you gotta look at it, and at this point, if you would have brought Wink Martindale in, Martindale would have kept Judon here because that was a Judon, because he was a Wink Martindale guy. A lot of us wanted Steve Wilkes because we know what he brought to the table.
He was on my list.
Now, if he's still in the building, you make him either a linebacker coach or a D-line coach. Because remember, he had that San Francisco defense humming right after Robert Saleh left and went to the Jets job. He was the one who filled in.
I thought it was
get to the Super Bowl.
It was D'Amico.
D'Amico was already gone.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, D'Amico came after Saleh.
Yep, but I'm speaking on the year that they went to the Super Bowl or whatnot. D'Amico was gone. Remember, D'Amico had left and took the Houston Texans job. Remember?
Right. Yeah.
So he already had left. You know what I'm saying? Because he came in right after Lovey got fired. Right. So that is right around that time they went to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So all I'm saying is at this point, you got to make some decisions that's going to be nice.
Yeah.
That's going to be the thing. Now I'll be honest with you. I don't think, look, I love Nate Landman and I love Caden Ellis, but I'm going to tell you right now.
Why are you running?
Somebody is going, you know what? We need you to be in the front office, Wallace. The way that you stood back and you came in, hey, why you running? He went in the parent mode real quick. Why you running? Guess what? I need you to be in the office asking Rich McKay and them boys, why did you make this move? I need you to be up in that front office because they need somebody to say something.
Yeah.
But here's a question I got for you. Do you think about hollering at Warren Sapp? Even though he's in college right now, do you bring a Warren Sapp into Atlanta? You offer him money, or do you think that loyalty to Deion is going to stick? Because let's be real, Deion might be going to Dallas. He says he's not entertaining, but I'll tell you like this. If the money is enough, he will leave.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll put it this way. Trey Anderson ain't a linebacker.
I've been saying it since he got here.
He's an edge rusher. I've been saying this all the time. He's not a
Yeah.
natural linebacker. He's a football player. With him, with his speed, his aggression, the way he tackles, here's my thing: put him as an edge rusher. We've been see, I had to catch myself. We've been crying about an edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
Even I got to catch myself sometimes because the fans start to come out. But think about it. That guy runs a 4.40 at 240, 250. If he comes off the edge with an attitude, do you really think it's gonna be that easy to get around him? As a defensive end, I'm not willing to toss the young buck yet. Now, if you keep him at linebacker, I'm willing to say, hey, get him the hell out of here. But if you're willing to move him down, if we run a 4-3 and you use him on the edge, good luck trying to stop that.
Yeah.
I
think he would actually help Arnold Ebiketie get off a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need two middle linebackers that can play the run and the pass.
Hey, you see what Terry said? He said Morris just hired his replacement. He said he just didn't know that. The front office likes Jeff better than Morris. Hey, you got to make it funny.
Yeah.
Wow. They making Kellen Moore the head coach? Ooh.
Bro, you feel, man?
Good Lord, Keith.
Well,
I'm not mad at that. I'll take the Cowboys being sorry again. Thank you.
Damn.
I
Deion said he ain't
Prime
want to do
think
with
Prime
that
might have
crap.
said, no, if I can't run it like I want to, I ain't coming.
But I ain't even cut you off, Ryan. I feel like Deion Sanders is better in college. He don't want too much pressure in the National Football League. Like you said, it's hard for minorities of black head coaches to get an opportunity in the NFL league. You have to have like that dog mentality, to rile your troops up when he down. Discipline. You got to be on your grind. 1 day at a time. And I feel like this year, Raheem Morris need to learn from his mistakes and hold himself accountable. That's why I was kind of upset with him. Last season, he never hold himself accountable. He just kept saying, "Oh, I don't have to explain to you guys anything like that." We seeing it on the field. You're not communicating with your guys. You're not trying to write them like, "Hey, bro, we better than this." I need to see more of Raheem doing this off season. I don't want him to be all laid up and just looking at the scoreboard. I want him to like, if we down by 5 or 10 points or 15 to 20, like, hey, we got this game. We can get the troops up. Like you say, we the scout department have to get some of these HBCU schools out of Albany State. We got some dollars, and even some. I don't know about some at the state, but Georgia Southern got some good students out here too.
But here's the thing. Alabama A&M has a guy that can play every position on the line, and this is my guy that I've been talking about, Carson Vincent. 6'6", around 300, 310, 315 pounds. Very good lateral movement, physical at the point of attack. Didn't really, and here's the thing. He's given up less than 10 sacks in his 4 years that he's been at Alabama A&M. Less than 10 sacks. And the man is a monster. That's all I can say. The man is a monster in the trenches. Right. So at this point, I look at it like this, man. The question is this. Jerry Gray is going to continue to be an assistant head coach, apparently. We already see this. And he's still coaching the defensive backs at this point. Do you fire the defensive back coach that was here this year and bring in the Jets DB coach?
No.
Okay, I'm keeping Jerry Gray. He make adjustments on the fly after we go on halftime. So I'm keeping him.
No, I ain't talking about Jerry. There's another guy that helps him out with the DBs.
Who's that?
No, they are the one they got from Green Bay. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying it's another coach that we have, and
he's a brother.
It's just one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you bring that in? Because if you look at it, they were very, how can I put it? They were very successful in New York, but they also had studs at corner. Mm-hmm. So you can't argue that. It wasn't much coaching that had to be done with those guys.
Right.
Yeah, he's probably going. Yeah, you're right. He's probably going to go to Las Vegas, and it fits Prime's persona or whatnot. The Raiders got to have something because they're that bad.
Hey, I heard that Dallas, they want your boy Aaron Glenn, dog.
Who?
Hey, if
Aaron
Aaron Glenn gets that job, good luck to him.
He want
I not.
the
I'm gonna be.
radar.
I won't be. I ain't even cut y'all off. I won't be shocked if Aaron Glenn goes to New Orleans Saints, bros. And the reason why I said that, he's from New Orleans.
He from? I thought he from Texas.
No, he's
Nah,
from
he
New
from New
Orleans.
Orleans, bro.
He's from New Orleans, brother. He's from New Orleans. I'm telling you right now. I pray to
Is he
God.
from New Orleans or is he from Texas?
He do
No,
not
he's
come to
from New
New
Orleans.
Orleans.
He's a New Orleans boy.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, if he get the head coach job, he gonna have them troops right. I don't care. He be like they probably bad on their roster, but he gonna make certain shit.
But
Here's
see,
the thing. He's from I'm sorry, he's from Humboldt, Texas. My bad.
Oh,
He ain't
okay.
from
yeah,
New
that's what I
Orleans.
He
thought.
is okay.
He's from Humboldt, Texas.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. So he played for the Cowboys?
No, he played for the Saints in 2008.
Oh, okay.
I think he did play one
he's a
season. Didn't he
Texas
play
boy. I'm
1 year with the
sorry.
Cowboys? I think he played 1
Yeah,
year
he
with the
played
Cowboys.
2 years with the
2
Cowboys.
years, okay.
Well, remember, he played for the Jets from 1994 to 2001. So he was a Parcells guy.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard he might go to the Jets, man. I don't know.
But see,
What's up, Ron?
Prime ain't coaching unless he can coach his boys in the NFL. So if he can't go to a team where he can coach his boys, he ain't coming.
I know.
Hey, remember that? Hey, GAR text boy, remember that the Jets were bad after they let Rex Ryan go because they were going to the playoffs during the time of Rex Ryan. They just didn't have a quarterback. They had everything you could think of, literally, plus some. They just had a crappy quarterback with Mr. Butt Fumble, Mark Sanchez.
What? Why he keep on hiring his best friend?
I ain't
Ron, I said the same
Ron,
thing,
I'm gonna give you this here. A lot of us aren't fans of it's a lot of people, it's 50-50. You got some people happy with the hire, some people are not. But Ryan, you got to look at it like this, bro. He had our linebacking core and that defense in 2017 humming. He was part of that. He was the reason why that Jets defense was nice. The Jets was bad because of their damn offense. We all know
the
this,
defense was
bro.
great. The defense was
Exactly.
good. It's just the offense couldn't do
He's
nothing.
not a problem. That's the thing. It's just the fact that when he was a head coach and an interim head coach, it just wasn't good. But him being on the defensive side of the ball by itself, it's not a problem.
But this like an ex-girlfriend. You know she crazy. You know she mental, but you still mess with her. You already know how she is. You know she's mental. You know she's not all the way there. But you know she a stalker.
right.
But what Raheem do? Oh, come on in, buddy. Yeah,
Wait, you know what? I agree with you on that, Jada. Here's the thing: the Jets blew leads or whatnot, but they couldn't put up no points. Their defense was on the field too long. That's why. Think about it. When your defense is on the field too long, you know that mistakes are going to be made. You know that they're going to get tired, and you know that they're going to give up points. Now, if your offense can put up points and slow that production of that offense down, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
So.
But this was all coaches do anyway. If they get a head coaching job, they're gonna look out for their boy. They can get him in the building, that's what they're gonna do.
Yep. But if my boy not no good, will I give him a job? And I know he trash. You gotta think about it. If I'm a head coach,
yeah.
I know my best friend and trash. He don't understand the game of football.
You do realize in 2024, the Jets were the #1 defense, right? Despite losing the quarterback. In 2023, they were the #1 defense, despite losing Aaron Rodgers.
Wow.
Think about that. In 2023, wait a minute. In 2023, the Jets had the #1 defense, and they lost Aaron Rodgers with that Achilles injury last year. Remember?
Yeah,
they were a #1 defense.
Who was the head coach?
Robert Salaba. Who was your defensive coordinator?
Okay.
Right.
Who was your defensive coordinator? I need you to answer that for me. You ain't getting out of this now. Come on. Give me my answer.
You got to answer the question.
Come on back. Come on over here. Give me my answer, please.
You right.
Okay, then. I need you to say it. I don't want you to. No, you're not getting around it. I need you to say it.
It was Jeff.
Thank you.
Ulbrich.
It was Jeff Ulbrich
And I
who ran that
always say,
defense. And he called. And look, Eric, look,
Go.
listen. Robert Saleh definitely called defenses when they started giving up the draws. But in 2023, that was Jeff Ulbrich that called that defense, fam.
So where
is
do
Raheem Morris. Raheem Morris was a part of the 28-3 debacle as well. So again, we brought that back. So why would you be mad? You see what direction we went in.
And I always say, if you don't have the talent, it don't matter what X's and O's that you call, your defense gonna be trash if you ain't got top talent on it. That can run your scheme.
Did y'all see them games today?
Yeah.
I'm watching one game right now.
Well,
I find it funny that everybody don't want to give Ulbrich that credit because here's the thing, Robert Saleh hired Jeff Ulbrich to run his defense because guess what?
Yeah.
His D coordinator before that was trash. They got good under Ulbrich.
Yep.
So I got time tonight. If you want to come in here and debate this, I got time tonight. I got time. I'll drop the link again for you.
Yeah,
I won't smoke tonight. Look, I won't smoke tonight because I'm not happy. But then I gotta see how the draft goes.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you, Ryan. I don't like it, but we just gotta see how it's gonna play out.
Exactly. Because
if
he
don't
does
got
make
no
the right
choice,
draft picks, we never know how that's gonna happen.
Right.
So
and we know he's better than what they just let go.
Man, what is this dude talking about, man?
Hey, that's the comment of the night. I gotta put a stone on that.
Hey, I feel like Bobby down here.
Well,
I feel like Bobby.
Great. Well, you talking about Army? Yeah, like you in the Army, so when he got Jack Dave.
Actually, wait a minute, Todd. Actually, Marquardt Manuel was coaching our secondary at that time, bro. It wasn't Ulbrich. Ulbrich was coaching the linebackers, bro.
Yeah.
That was Marquardt Manuel who coached our secondary. That was your boy. That was Dan Quinn's boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was who coached our corners and safeties.
So do y'all trust that he would turn our defense to a top 5 defense?
The players love.
He ain't got no choice. He just got the job.
He get the talent. He get the talent we need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm with you on this. I'm with you on this, Jada. I don't know who's gonna be the D-line coach because that has got to be something that we've got to address because we did fire our defensive line coach. Who's going to be in that situation? Who's going to be the one that's going to actually get it right?
Probably because from the Jets.
Hey Wallace, at this point, I got to look around at some more defensive line coaches. Like, here's my thing. I'm not a Rob Ryan fan like that at all. But you know what? I would have taken him as a defensive coordinator coming to Atlanta.
Me too.
Rob Ryan was on the market. He's now going to the USC Trojans, getting ready to help Lincoln Riley get that defense to go along with an offense.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you can also bring Ryan Nielsen back as a D-line coach.
Hey, Todd, I'm not disputing that because they damn sure did that in the second half. We was on the field too long. I'll never take that away, bro.
Don't need to talk about that, man.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Man,
shout out to Clay. See, listen, I love when Clay comes in here because Clay is gonna say the things that a lot of folks don't want to say. And my man Jada, it's guys I go back and forth with, and the reason I do it is because I love the great banter that we have. So at this point, it's just what it is. But just remember this: we're either gonna have a top 5 defense this year. Or I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna say top 5. If we don't have a top 10 defense this year with making this move, I guarantee you, Raheem, Terry, Ulbrich might be all gone.
Yeah, all of them gonna get fired.
They don't just fire.
Yep.
They literally gonna
make the state clean.
If Raheem Morris wouldn't even make it to the play, he already know he's on the hot seat. If he will have a better record than he had last season, he out of those. Because I'm sorry, I feel like only team that we might split is the NFC West and part of who else we playing in the AFC East, right?
Who played the
AFC East?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, I got some names for you. Y'all asked for some defensive coaches. You got some coaches that are available. You got Bobby Babick. Bobby Bobbitt out of Buffalo. Anthony Weaver that coached the Miami Dolphins. You got DeMarcus Covington out of New England Patriots. Jamar Cain out of Denver. Antonio Pierce just got fired. And again, he got that job because he was actually a solid D-line coach. So all I'm saying is, who else would y'all want? Because there are some guys out here. There are some guys out here at this point.
Hey,
I'm gonna give you a guy who I wouldn't mind having on this defense. Hell, I'll go get Ron Rivera.
Of course,
he's still on the market right now.
Yeah.
Bring him in to help out with your linebackers. Even though Ulbrich is the DC, get Ron Rivera as your linebacker coach and your D-line coach. Bring him in.
Yeah.
Oh no, man.
That's if he would take that position, though.
He don't got no choice.
No, not if you want to be a head coach. You don't want to come back down to no D-line.
If I'm not giving you a job, what else you want to do?
right.
If I'm not calling you to be a head coach, what else you gonna do, Wallace?
Well, I
You
guess
don't
he
got
live
no
on
choice.
like he living. You got some people just like that. I'm not going back down to D-line coach. If I can't get a head coaching job, I'm just keep doing what I'm doing.
But you're gonna be in the dark then.
Y'all know,
you know able to pay your bills either.
I got to bring I got to bring an OG up in here pretty soon. I just sent the link out. I got somebody special coming up in here, and he getting ready to call a spade tonight. He getting ready to make this show fun. So if you get offended, it is what it is.
Oh, it's me.
But
Smith.
no.
I think I know who it
Even
is.
better. Hey, Todd. Todd, hide the towel. Hey, hide the towel boy as the kicker this year, man. Let's get the towel boy. No, it's not John. It's not John.
Smithy.
But I'll say this, man. I see a lot of things that's out here that folks are looking at that's off the glass at this point. But it's just crazy. It's crazy at this point. I know John gonna have a lot to say about this. But the thing is, it's like all you can do is just laugh right now at the Falcons.
Yeah, man.
Because the reason I say we laugh at the Falcons is because we just have to be in a situation where it's comical. Here's the thing, you can't let this team mess with your physical health. Laughing is essential for the soul. Hear me out. Laughing is essential for the soul. We get mad and everything, but you gotta laugh because to keep from crying or to keep from your blood pressure going up. It's a reason why, as my man John the Cricket Deacon, as he always says, let me do my best John imitation. There's a reason why you don't show the Falcons in a nursing home or in the ICU, because they will put you in the morgue. Somebody down at Flowery Branch gotta put their foot between somebody's butt, and you got to hit them with a 2x4 upside the head to get some sense on them.
Yeah.
Hopefully I was close enough to John.
Yeah, you were on point.
Yeah. I'm sick of losing.
I don't understand, Raheem. I mean, man, I got to get my bull whipped, and I'm going down to Flowery Branch myself.
Justin Simmons coming back. What y'all think about that?
I don't know.
Shout out to John, man. I think Justin Simmons is better in the box than he is in coverage, because here's the thing. With him on this defense, you can have him playing. Here's my thing. With the age that he has on him, he came in a situation where he was still learning the defense when he showed up, because it damn near was week 1 by the time he really showed up.
Yeah.
Right.
So it takes at least a full offseason to learn that playbook. That's why he looked lost the whole time. If you notice, when he figured out different packages and everything, it was more so to where he had everything figured out, and you saw him making plays. But that was when he started to get comfortable. But when you're not comfortable, you're going to see some things where it's like, but down in the box, I trust him down in the box, and in the flats a little bit better than I trust him over the top.
Now, do you bring him back with that deal, the same number, or do you say, "Hey, I'll give you $5 million"?
I'll tell you this.
Can I answer it? Can I say it for you? And I'm gonna be
Yeah.
nice. I'm not gonna be nice about it, Ron. No to the second power. Oh no.
What he say?
Hell no.
Ron, what'd you say, dog?
I said,
It said,
do
it
you
said
pay
no to the
him
second
less?
power. It said hell no.
Do you
No,
pay
he's not
him
gonna
less?
get that same. No, he's not gonna get that same deal. Cause that
He
deal
ain't
is
gonna
over.
get
Now
that
we on a
same
new
thing.
deal.
No, you ain't gonna give him no deal like that.
I
No.
thought y'all found out.
He blew that $8 million. He blew that $8 million
Here's
quick.
the thing. He got to come back on a cheap, fair, and friendly deal at this
There you
point.
go.
A family
Mhm.
That's what I'm
discount.
saying.
Because as piss poor as you played and as piss poor as Judon played, y'all can't ask for no money. Judon said, well, I got to earn my check. Well, brother, you didn't earn that check this year.
Right. So I will bring you back for $5 million.
But Judon gonna be cheap. Hey, we got to get Judon for a bag of hot fries and a Coca-Cola. I'm just saying, and two now and later. That's pretty much what your contract is gonna be, because the production wasn't there consistent.
Right.
He showed flashes of it, but it wasn't consistent.
So let me.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, but when he healthy, he's hell. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
So let me ask y'all this: are y'all letting Richie Grant, Lorenzo Carter walk?
Yes, sir.
Let him walk. Let him walk.
Let him walk it out.
Road. How you say hit the road, Jack?
Deuces.
Don't you come back no more.
And I'll be just like this.
I
But
ain't
what y'all feel about
I
Grady
ain't
though?
understand why we even drafted Richie Grant. He ain't all. I don't understand.
Because I think at the time he was the top 5 safety in college. That's what I read.
That's a stretch.
That's a stretch.
That is a damn stretch.
Wait a minute. Don't
Hey,
get
Will,
me
I'll
on
bring
it.
you back up when your camera comes back on, bro.
But
that's a damn
what
stretch.
I read. That's what I read in college. They said he was a top 5 safety in college.
But here's the thing, though. But the best safety was behind him, and he had to leave and go to FAMU, which was Marquise Bell. Marquise Bell. Bell played in Dallas. Came in as a free agent. Somebody's got an echo in the back. There we go. So Bell can't think about it. Bell came in as an undrafted free agent. Literally, they didn't know if he was going to make the team or not. He came in and shot up from 7th on the depth chart, pretty much taking reps at the second string in his first year. And then he ended up getting a starting job and was back in between the starting job and the backup role till he hurt that shoulder this year. And he's been consistent. So if you remember the playoff game that Dallas was in against the 49ers, Dallas pretty much was in a situation to where he produced. But oh my God. It's a face we ain't seen in a long time. I'm just waiting till that camera come back on because I know this is getting ready to be epic. Go ahead and get that camera ready so we can go ahead and have you up in here because I know you're getting ready to preach tonight. And this is not John the Cricket Deacon, but we do have somebody who is almost as comical but tells the truth just like him. We just waiting on him to get his camera right, but he is backstage. Got a special guest that I ain't seen in some years on the show.
It said Ben Johnson.
No, I mean, I think that would be a great move. But coming to the stage, he's pretty much a homemade chef when it comes to dogs and Chinese food, as you saw on his Facebook. We got the OG, one of the South Side's finest, Mr. Chauncey. What's going on, OG? Big Chauncey, what's going on? He done put the camera down, Lord. We done hurt him. I done gave him the introduction. He put the camera down on me. My feelings is hurt. What's going on, Big Chauncey? Can you hear us, brother?
Guys, to take a look at Dan Skipper right here.
Hey, Chauncey, we good, baby. What's up?
He's got Louisville. He's getting
We can't hear you.
defense, but you know the guy that's going to.
Oh man, this is gonna be tough, but it's okay. Hey, Chauncey.
Then back to what caused me.
Oh man. Well, we're trying to get the truth right, but my man Chauncey, his sound is not working. Can you hear us, Chauncey?
Full signal that he was okay. Hopefully he is, but that did not look great. Well, 1 week after the
Oh well, hold up. Let me drop him and bring him back. Hey, Chauncey, I'm gonna drop you down and you come back, okay? Because we can't hear you. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna drop him down. I'm gonna drop him off, and I'm gonna tell him to come back. I'm gonna bring him back real quick. So yeah, we got the OG Truth Hurts. Hey, Chauncey, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, that's a bet. We got him back. Let's go. I'm gonna shut up for this one. I gave you a great introduction, and I felt like it was wasted just now.
Oh man, I didn't hear. I don't know if you call me. I don't know if you call me a motherfucker or what. But
No, hey, no. I'm gonna tell you what I said. I said the man who makes his own Chinese food, which specializes in the dog in the pan, and definitely tell the truth. Did you use the soy sauce at least?
oh no, man, I gave him a pass. I gave the dog a pass. Hey, that side.
He looked at you like, look. He looked at you like you looking at the Falcons right now.
some space. Just
You know, you could have did this last year, Raheem. Like you could have made Ulbrich your defensive coordinator last year, and let Jimmy Lake train up under him instead of bringing in a green defensive coordinator. Making him run your defense, because we all know that was Raheem's defense that was being ran. At least that's what I'm being told. Make him run your defense. Then when he failed, make him the foul guy, and you bring in Ulbrich. But this recycling thing. Look, I'm really ready to be past February the 5th, 2017, y'all. I'm really ready to be past that. I thought we was almost past it. We down to 2 players. Now we got more coaches on the damn staff that was on that 2017 team than players. How about that? So I don't get it. But hey, I mean, I got to root for it. How about that? I got to root for it. I mean, Ulbrich. We gave him wasn't he interim defensive coordinator? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he did. My memory serves me correctly. He didn't do too bad. So I mean, hey, bro, hey, at this point, man, we just gotta, hope they get it right. But one thing for sure, though, I think everybody in here can agree with me. Right, you shot your load, bro. You screw this one up, he might have a short tenure.
Shoot. Hey, OG. That thing, that tenure might be as short as Spud Webb standing next to Dominique Wilkins. Short. Shout out to Spud Webb, man.
I'm gonna try to stay positive on your.
Look at John face. You looking like what?
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, Chauncey. Look at John the Cricket Deacon who done slid up in here. Do you see that face when you?
You know what? That's the only person. If that's John Harris, I'm sorry.
John be on his best behavior in here, Chauncey. He really do.
You know what, Brenton? I bet you got old cheap ass goddamn.
Hey, you know what?
Oh, some damn Mr. Boston. I bet he got a cheap ass ball of Mr. Boston right
now.
He had
it. I got some shaving lotion. I'm drinking shaving lotion tonight.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, John, I did one of your invitations tonight, man. I ain't know you was coming. I had to show some respect. You understand what I'm saying?
Never mind. It's not copyrighted material. It's not copyrighted material. Don't worry about it.
No. Oh no. I had to channel my inner John Harris tonight talking about you don't put the Falcons in the nursing home or in ICU because they will kill you, as you would say.
Ain't lied yet. You got, man.
I got another good for John Harrison. I told a boy the other day, boy, you let me get a 2x4 and go upside your head and give you a wood shampoo.
Oh, there it is.
Man, let me tell y'all something. Raheem Morris's tenure is going to be like a South American dictator.
You know what?
He gonna be assassinated. Man, look here.
Your album made me say something else, but this is on Ryan's channel. I tell you what, I can tell you how short his tenure gonna be.
Hey, I already know what you say.
Look, we already know how this gonna go.
Like a monkey tail under a rocking chair. Won't be long now. Well, I tell you,
I just wanted to come on here and chop it up with y'all, man.
That term was coined originally on this show, Auntie Pam. That was taken and run with. But I got you. Yeah, blood pressure birds was coined on this show a long time ago.
In
2022 to be exact.
I was down there.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna get on up out of here. I just wanted to holler at y'all, man.
All right, salute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, OG. We got Red in the building. Bro.
What's up, Red?
Mr. Red Dog. And then we got one of our other favorite followers. We got Mr. Dre Harrison in the building. Boy,
yeah, buddy.
Boy, hey, y'all notice everybody's showing up right now because everybody either pissed off or they just waiting to see which direction we going in.
Both. I'm going for both because, okay, you interviewed everybody that was breathing.
Mm-hmm.
You interviewed everybody that was breathing, whether with a ventilator or breathing natural. Okay, for the defensive coordinator position, you went and interviewed everybody. Then you ended up with this Jeff Ulbrich, who's been here before. Now, there were people here that were, because I was watching Red and everybody else, and people were talking, Red and Ron, and everybody were talking, and I thought that there was a glimmer of hope that we were going to do something completely different, do something completely unfamiliar, but better than what it was that we did. And here we are with a retread. Now, gentlemen, I told you year 2, I'm not going to be nice. I'm not going to be nice in year 2. That's not going to happen. It's time for the rubber to meet the road. It's time for people to be held accountable. And even though this may be your first year as defensive coordinator, Mr. Ulbrich, I'm holding you to year 2 expectations because they brought you in here to straighten this out in year 2 of this man's tenure. Hey, man, boy, I just don't know. I just don't know. The Falcon filter is in the coaching staff. The Falcon filter is in the draft picks, the free agents, everywhere.
I got a question for you, John. You remember the late, great Richard Pryor, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember the infamous line that he had? He said, "I'm not addicted to cocaine. I just like the way it smells." Remember he said that on his stand-up?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this here. It's just like the Falcons. I'm not addicted to losing. It just don't look that bad when we play a certain way. That's what I'm going to start saying. And I coined it first here, ladies and gentlemen. So if you hear it out there, it's trademark, baby. Damn it.
You just don't like winning.
Exactly.
You just don't like winning.
Yep.
We just don't like winning. But I got to cut up with that one. So Dre, what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Red Dog, what's happening?
What's up, hey, man? I think Red came in first, man. Go ahead and let him.
Red came first, but Yeah, Red came first. So what you got, Red, and then Dre?
Nothing too much other than I agree with the guy who came on what Chauncey said. Like, yeah, dude, you could all these folks you interviewed, man, you could have hired Jeff a long time ago. Why go through all this crazy process? Enter everybody and their mom, man. If you wanted Jeff, just say, I know who I want. I'm going after who I want, and just bring them on back in. But like I say, he's been here before. Only thing positive I can say is that the Jets defense is one that bad, but we don't have the personnel the Jets have. So
Because they
I just
drafted
don't
good
know.
players. That's the thing.
It's obviously that Raheem refused to hire anybody that's not his friend. So,
Yeah, buddy.
to cope with for maybe another season, especially if this don't work. But it would have been nice for him to look at maybe Wink Martindale or that guy from Pittsburgh. But it is what it is. You hired another buddy, and we see where they got you the first time. Hopefully things will be different. But at this point, Raheem not even the most important person on the team to me. It's Penix, the quarterback, and the offense. So his
But
side
the
of the ball.
question is this, though, Red. So I'm gonna ask you this, and then I'm gonna put Dre up on next. Excuse me. So I'll say this: when you look at this draft coming up, I was telling the guys, you have to go in a situation to where you're bringing in either a right tackle that you're going to bring in that's going to protect Penix's blind side. I get Penix's blind side. I get that we have McGarrett still on contract and they're not trying to take no losses. But the question is, you got to get a replacement at this point. You got to get that replacement, because I want my right tackle to grow up with Penix in this league, and I want those guys to have a relationship to where Penix can actually trust him. You know what I'm saying? That chemistry's got to be there. So at this point, it's two things you need to address. One thing you need to address in the first round, either to get you a defensive tackle for this defense to help your linebackers, or get you that right tackle in the first round to help out your quarterback. That's pretty much what I'm looking at. We got to see how this draft goes, because Jesus.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's bad, but like me and Wallace
talked
talked about, it's a retread. So, Dre, what you got?
All right, folks, man. It just seems like I'm a pros and cons type of fella, and it just seems like to me, man, we don't know how to do anything but repeat old trends. Last time I checked, Atlanta itself is a trend-setting state. A trend-setting city. We set trends, and it just seems like the Falcons team hasn't figured that out yet. We don't know how to set the trends instead of retreading something that already failed. Now, I'm not saying that Jeff Ulbrich is going to fail. And like Red said, one good thing is that the Jets, they were playing when he took over the defense. They were playing pretty well. They didn't give up too many points. So outside of that, though, I just don't like the fact that Raheem keeps hiring buddies. And one thing I know is sometimes your buddy will get your ass fired at the end of the day. We seen that he would have been fired if he didn't have the scapegoat in Ricky Lake. Outside of that. So I just don't want to see the same thing happen with Jeff Ulbrich, man. We can't do anything about it right now. Jeff is our defensive coordinator. So Jeff, if you listening, this is really going to be on you at the end of the day. This is really going to be on you. You need to come out. You need to get them boys ready. You need to do whatever you need to do so we can have a successful draft and go into the season not worried about this defense. That's where I'm at with it. He's here. All right. He's been here before. So we're going to know the difference between Jeff Ulbrich's defense and Raheem's defense. and the one thing we're going to know that by, it's going to be by the linebacker play. The linebacker play is going to tell us a lot, because if we're running that soft ass cover shell, that cover 3 shell again, knowing good and well we got man personnel, it's going to sink. I'm telling you, it's going. Raheem is going to be like the captain of the Titanic, and he's going to go down with the ship. And that's how I feel about it.
Well, I hope the brother. All I can say is I hope the brother can swim. That's all I can say.
Hey, I hope so too. Well, you know, most black people can't swim though.
Oh
Hey,
man,
hey,
including
but
me.
look, I wasn't. Hey, Dre, I wasn't one of the remedial ones that had to go through remedial swim in the Coast Guard, bro. And I know you didn't have to in the Navy, so you get it.
No, I was in the
That
Army.
4 o'clock in the morning.
I ain't
I'm
have to
sorry.
swim.
Shoot, they
I ain't have
still
to
make
swim.
y'all swim too.
No,
Oh,
they
they
don't.
didn't?
No, they
Dang.
don't.
Oh no, you wouldn't. No, that's the Special Forces boys that make swim. Never mind.
Yeah, yes sir.
Never
Yes sir.
mind. My pops
I
is
want
one
that
of them.
high.
That's why I say that.
I want that high speed.
My father was 80. My father was 82nd Airborne, my boy. 101st.
Yes sir. Yes sir. I know. Now they definitely had to swim.
Yes, sir. Yep.
But
Well, we got
this
one of the personnel on this show. He's wearing black, looking like like a light skinned Nino Brown over there, and practicing
light
his best
skin Nino.
Albie Shore pose. We got my man Wolf in the building. What's up, Wolf? You muted, bro.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing?
What's good, man?
Hey,
Good.
you might as well bust out. You might as well bust out singing that Albie Shore that night and
Hey,
day.
man,
You might
Albie
as well.
Shore, you know what I'm saying? You know, Belle Biv DeVoe,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
hey,
Belle Biv DeVoe,
he looking like Lazy Bone right now.
You know, it's my prerogative. I can do what I want to do, you know.
Hey.
You know. So,
wow.
You know, it's all good. Like I said, man, you know, Wolf respectfully, you know, they banned me again from Wolf Solidified. They banned me again from telling the truth. You know, bringing the people to real, and they banned you in the community. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with people, but you know, they report you for telling the truth.
Damn. Hey, Wolf, did you see that? Jared Goff got injured, bro. So Teddy Bridgewater getting ready to get his.
I'm watching UFC, and I got the other screen on the game. So yeah, I'm just seeing it. You know what I mean? While you was talking, you know what I mean?
Hey, Teddy Bridgewater beats my little cousin in a state championship or whatnot down in South Florida, and then this Joker gets to play in an NFL playoff game right there. Ain't that some mess?
Man. It's crazy.
Hey, Teddy about to show out though, man.
Shout out to my cousin Donovan Maslin down there, Jacksonville, Florida, Raines High School, legendary high school.
A couple of years ago, Eric Weddle wins the Super Bowl ring being on the couch,
Brian Dawkins and Harold Carmichael. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
So Wolf, what you got, man? Got to hire? What you think?
I you know, listen, man. I don't really speak about garbage. I don't speak on garbage, man. You know, I just came here to say what's up to y'all, man. It's about y'all. It ain't about the garbage. Why are we gonna talk about the garbage? What we talk about the garbage for? It's about the Birdcage getting to 700 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? It's about that's the accomplishment we should be talking about. Why are we talking about garbage? Why are we talking about garbage?
Man, definitely appreciate that with you guys hooking us up with all your subscriptions. I meant to tell you that I put a message out the other day. I don't know if people saw the video, but I wanted to tell everybody thank you for supporting the channel and really helping us grow. We're not done yet. We got a lot more to do.
Congratulations, man. Listen, man. Congratulations, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a big milestone and stuff like that. You know, I had got Wolf solidified close to about 800 subscribers, man. And you know, Wolf respectfully, you know, we're gonna get the subscribers back up. But Ryan, I don't talk about garbage because things been garbage for a long time. You see what I'm saying? I don't, you know, when you an Atlanta Falcons supporter, you part of a losers club. You part of a losers club. People should know that, right? The Falcons been a losers organization for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And they've been doing, you know, their due diligence hasn't been 100%. So, my worry isn't about who they hired on the defensive side of the ball. My worry is about us wasting the talent that we have on this team. You know, that's the bigger.
Yeah.
I think the bigger, you know, picture is, you know, we wasted a lot of the talent that we had on this team when Matt Ryan was here. You know, we wasted talent when Julio was here, when Roddy White was here. You know, we wasted a lot of the talent that we had, and I'm worried about wasting Bijan Robinson's talent. I'm worried about wasting, you know, AJ Terrell's talent. You know, I'm worried about the talent that we're wasting if we don't make the right moves in the right situations. Because, you know, in the NFL, as far as general manager, scouting department, and stuff like that, you have to hit on 50% of whatever you're doing.
Yep.
Right? Like Thomas Dimitroff is up for a job again, Ryan. Thomas
Dimitroff actually got a job as a GM. He's not up for one. He actually got one.
He got so he got a job, right? And if
Yeah.
you look at Dimitroff's track record, it was 50%. It was 50% over his 13 years, his tenure. It was 50%. So you got to hit on 50% of your stuff. And I don't know if Raheem Morris understands the importance of, you know, him having a job in Atlanta. I don't know if that has sunk in for him, you know, because a lot of the black head coaches, they don't get fair shots. They don't get a fair shake in the NFL. And you're getting a fair shake, my man. You getting a fair shake because it took you 20 years to get this job. Arthur Smith just interviewed for 2 jobs. Arthur Smith just interviewed for 2 head coaching positions.
It wasn't in here that long.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, when the wolf gets banned, Ryan, when the wolf gets banned, it's because I'm telling people what I'm seeing. That's a fact. It's not an opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell people the fact, right? So, Ryan, when I went to Atlanta for the Kansas City game, Ryan, it was people there that allegedly lost their money for trusting a super fan that I'm not even going to talk about because, you know, it might get us in trouble, right? Might get me in trouble again, right? But I was there when them Kansas City fans allegedly got robbed. I was there. It's not like I wasn't there. I was at the game, Sunday night primetime. Ryan, I came on your show. I came on your show when I was in the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling the truth. I'm just trying to tell the truth. There's like when you black head coaches don't get fair shakes, and Latino head coaches, they only let one at a time in the NFL. You know, Dave Canales is a Mexican head coach right now, and Ron Rivera, you know what I'm saying? That's the only 2 head coaches. So Raheem, you really need to think about how you gonna be as a head coach here. How serious you need to take this, bro. But
because here's the thing, we always say it, Wolf, and I'm gonna comment on what you said because
sure, go ahead, man.
I preach this all the time.
Sure.
You know, Raheem Morris doesn't understand it, and yeah, we're talking about it, but I also like to throw historical facts in there. Understand this, Raheem, you stand on the shoulders of a Fritz Pollard who was coaching in the All-American Football League conference back in the day when blacks really weren't really playing. He was in the 20s with the Akron Pros. He played and he coached. He won a championship. And he had to deal with racism, blatant racism, and still have to have those guys to respond to him. Let's talk about it, man. You look at Emlyn Tennell, my fellow Coast Guard brother. You know what I'm saying? He became one of the first black scouts and first black assistant coach in the modern football era with the New York Giants back in the day. Same team he played for.
Yeah.
So when you look at it, you're standing on the shoulders of so many that came before you that never got an opportunity. Hell, Lionel Taylor was one of the best receiving tight ends back in the day, and then he became a wide receiver coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers during the 70s during that run. He was a guy that should have got a head coaching job. You know, Dennis Green, Art Shell were the ones who got the opportunity much later, But man, when you look at so many of these guys that have come and had opportunities and boom, it was gone. Like, brother, you really don't understand that your leash is short right now. You have to realize, take your opportunity, because it wasn't always given to folks that were that had the credentials to get there.
Listen, look, man.
You have to take it serious.
Yeah, I don't know if
And
John
you have
agrees.
to
I don't
make
know.
decisions
I
that
don't
aren't
know
for
if John
nepotism
agrees.
and for really.
Yeah. I don't know if
You
Red
got to take
agrees. I don't
advantage
know
of
if
those
John agrees,
opportunities at this point.
But I don't know if they agree. But like, listen, man, Todd Bowles been running this division for 4 or 5 straight years. Todd Bowles been on people's neck around here.
Exactly.
Todd Bowles been on people's neck, bro.
And Tampa been trying to get rid of Todd Bowles for a long time.
Right.
That's the other thing. And Todd Bowles has won the division a few times.
And if you look at that offensive line, they've hit on their center, they've hit on a right guard, they hit on Bucky Irving. Like, they got Nate McMillan, who was a 2nd round draft pick. They hitting on picks over there, bro. They hitting on picks. I don't listen. I don't like the way I look at things. Like, I'm looking at the games right now and stuff like that. You can see Dan Quinn like, yo, listen, this is my second shot. I gotta get it shaking. You could tell Dan Quinn, I gotta get it shaking. Even if they lose to Detroit, Dan Quinn's getting it shaking over there. It's shaking over there because it's a second opportunity, right? And you think about it with his age and this, that, and the third. He like, yo, listen, this is probably one of my last shots. What did they do? They brought in a GM. They brought the Golden State GM. They brought this guy in. They brought the guy from San Francisco in. They brought people that do
and
this.
You forget one of the main things, bro. You had Magic Johnson that
Who is Greg Beatles, Ryan? Who is Greg Beatles?
That's your first. Think about it. That is your owner of the Philadelphia 76ers who bought this team in Washington. Think about that. And John, we talked about this on your show, and I want you to chime in on this, man. Please. Remember, we said earlier this year, because you came on here and I told you, I said the Washington Commanders are serious about winning because the cat from the Philadelphia 76ers that owns it or whatnot got Magic Johnson in on his minority group. Magic been trying to get an NFL franchise for a minute. And honestly, everything that Magic has been a part of from his playing days, even as his days in the front office, all his teams have won championships. That ain't coincidence. Magic was smart enough to get people who understood whatever sport that he was involved in. He got the best of the best. Why do you think that's one of the problems that we have in Atlanta?
We don't, as evidenced by them not hiring Belichick. Belichick was coming in to shake the apple cart up. Okay. Had everybody in the place scared from, I'd say from the owner all the way down to the water boy. Had them scared because he was gonna shake some things up. Because just like Kyle Shanahan told Matt Ryan about everything that you've done, that's fine, but you haven't won a ring yet. Okay. And kept on him to make him better because Ryan had become complacent here. He was satisfied with just having the adoration and the 13-win seasons that he had here, but the quarterback play was not up to par. Dan Quinn, to Wolf's point, did the same thing again in Washington that he did down here. When he got someone with experience on the offensive side of the ball that could run an offense so that he could become head coach, okay? So that he could be head coach, manage the defense to a certain extent. And, entrusted to a defensive coordinator, but manage the defense and check and see what's going on. Now, he definitely learned his lesson about time management and things of that sort after the Super Bowl because I remember Mike Holmgren went up one side and down the other about him hiring a doggone time management coach. Boy, that's your damn job. What you hiring another man to do that for? And it's the same thing, just like you said, Ryan, about people coming from the outside. Now, Magic Johnson, he doesn't know anything about football, but he's smart enough to hire smarter people than him to run something that he doesn't know anything about.
But he knows how to run a front. But he knows how to run a front office, though. That's the thing. Everybody don't talk about that, but Magic understands how to run a front office. And then the other thing that he does that no one talks about is that he's good with the public. Because when you listen to him, he's not sedity. He's not up. Magic Johnson is an average Joe who understands business. When you talk to him, it's like sitting there talking to a guy at the bar. And he's very, very approachable. And he's honest. That's all you want people in your front office to be. But we also understand that there's a business side to the game that's cutthroat that he understands as well. Because the way that he fell out with the Lakers was awful. You know what I mean? It was awful. Because you don't do a legend the way that you did Magic. Magic said, I'm always going to be a Laker, regardless of what they say. 5 of those championships in that arena hang because of his success and what his IQ was. And I'm not talking about his playing days. I'm talking about when he was in the front office managing, because he was always making moves. Think about it. This man made the one biggest move that he made. Doug Williams had a job there, but he got Doug Williams a permanent job there in Washington. Even though Doug was in between Washington, Tampa Bay, and Grambling State, he said, no. We need you here full time on staff. Boom. Doug had a job there, but he was bouncing back and forth. Magic has Doug doing more PR stuff now with him. So they're bringing into the Washington community, and they sold it. They sold that we're going to change everything that we're doing, our approach and everything. They went into the community and sold this. It's not like Atlanta where we're telling people over the news media this. No, them folks was in the community on foot, putting foot to pavement, John. I can tell you that because I got friends that are Commander fans that live in the DC area that's military. They were like, man, they had like special events. Magic and those guys would show up, sign autographs for kids, and they were just doing a lot of stuff to get the community back to coming to Washington. And with the way that they drafted Jaden Daniels this year and what they produced on the field, hell, you can't sit there and argue with the success because the formula is there.
The name coming back, right? The name coming back. Yeah,
they're gonna be called the Redskins soon. It just hasn't been officially.
Right. We're
put
not
out there
disrespecting
yet.
Native Americans.
They talked about that on the radio the other day.
Our Native American brothers.
I didn't hear about that. Now, how are they working that? Because you remember all the uproar.
You know we live in the Northeast, so you know we hear about this stuff.
Right. The name coming back.
So John,
that's what they said.
It's a strong possibility because people have been signing.
Didn't talk to the higher ups in the Native American situation. Snyder didn't talk to the Native Americans, the high chiefs over there. He didn't talk.
So if he had talked to them, they would have approved.
Right, they would have still kept the name. So Magic and the GM from the I forgot his name, from the Warriors. Right, they went to go talk to the higher ups of the Native Americans and stuff like that, and they've been doing a lot of work on the reservations. If a lot of people don't know, the reservations, they like really like in a lot of poverty, so they've been doing a lot of works and stuff like that. So supposedly the name coming back. That's how you know.
And they said they never found it offensive
relationship within the community.
I mean, it was
they said they took pride in it when they saw that the team was honoring a tribe. That was how
Super Bowls.
Yeah.
But look, Ryan, you would have thought when the team was winning 3 Super Bowls, had they been offended, they would have said something then. You won 3 Super Bowls. Where was the offense then?
That's not. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute,
Dan
Tyreek,
Snyder
hold up,
reminded me of the
Tyreek.
Dan Snyder
I
era.
let Ryan drive that.
No,
I let
Tyreek.
Ryan drive.
No, go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Tyreek. There was a Redskins team before Dan Snyder owned it, sir.
Sure.
Right. The team that was actually winning.
You remember who the original owner was? There was a guy by the name of George Preston Marshall who was forced by the government to integrate that team with one of the legendary running backs / wide receivers and Bobby Mitchell, who was the first black on staff after he sold it to Jack Kent Cook, who came in afterwards. So that team was already around.
And
so we can't say
Dan
that,
Snyder.
man. And
then, go ahead, Ryan. I'm sorry.
No, and the Dan Snyder era came after Jack Kent Cook sold the team and pretty much moved on to just the Lakers. And then remember, Jack Kent Cook Jerry Buss bought that from Jack Kent Cook, bought the Lakers. So remember, Jack Kent Cook owned the Redskins, the Lakers, and the LA Kings back in the day. So when it became too much for him, that's why he sold that team the way that he did. So that Redskins team has been around. Well, the Redskins name was around in the 30s, bro, when they were one of the original teams in the NFL. So that was way before the Dan Snyder era, and they was playing in championships during then.
Dan Snyder will only be a speed bump in the Redskins legacy.
Sure.
You know, it's just a bad spot. You know, that's all he'll be. But the Redskins, man, good grief, man.
But what I'm saying is those are people that know how to talk to diversity group, the diverse. You know what I'm saying? Diverse. You know what I'm saying, John?
You know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So think about it like this, John. Right? If Atlanta, the Falcons is a black city, right? It's a black city, right? Then, and nobody says anything about it, then what are the whites and Latino fans to do, right? Ain't no voice for us, right?
True.
So we got to be the loudest, right? Because if it's a black city, then where the rest of the fans go, right? Where do we go? We have to be accepted into, you know what I'm saying, into the integration of what Atlanta's doing. You know what I'm saying? What we're doing, because it's got to be so diverse. John, you older than me, right? So no disrespect, but if you look at the 70s commercials, the 80s commercials, they were catered to white men with the beer bellies. And in fact, there's no more. We blacks and Latinos dominate the NFL fan bases now. Right? That we
depends on what city. Wolf, it depends on what city you talking, bro. I got
sure, I get it. But I'm gonna tell you like this.
New England is one city.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Where
I come from a soccer background. Right? So Kyle Shanahan would have got kidnapped in 2016. If this was soccer, Kyle Shanahan would have got kidnapped already. He would have got kidnapped already. That's how passionate.
Hey, hold up, time out.
I'm just saying.
Time out. Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen that is on YouTube, the folks that review this stuff, do not ban my channel, because these comments do not reflect the Birdcage LLC.
No, they don't.
This is all on ban.
It's only passion. What I'm saying is it's the passion.
I gotta protect my brand, big dog.
Yeah, it's the passion.
Hey,
and
John.
I'm not disrespecting.
John.
Look, I'm not disrespecting John. I'm not disrespecting. You know what I'm saying? When I went to the game, in my section, you had blacks, you had whites, you had everything. You had a diverse group, and we had a good time. And look, John, the Atlanta Falcon concierge office invited me back to a game. After the Kansas City game, they gave me 4 free tickets to go back because I had to play security guard in my section, which means I had to get 3 college kids. I had to kick them out. There was another content creator there, John, with me when I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? When I had to kick out the college students, I grabbed one, grabbed the other one. I was frustrated because when you was watching the Kansas City game, I was frustrated because of the flag and all this other stuff. The 3rd and 1, the 4th and 1. I was frustrated. But they invited me back. They gave me 4 free tickets. I couldn't go back. They guaranteed me 2 tickets for any home game upcoming. I said, no problem. I'll take it. No problem. I'll probably go down to 2 games this year, whatever it may be. But we had a good time. But the NFL is changing. It's a changed thing. We have to start reaching out to our white brothers, our black brothers, our Spanish brothers, our Asian brothers. We have to start all coming together and start, you know what I'm saying, and start being united a little bit, man, instead of being separated. Because even on YouTube, again, this is just my opinion. On YouTube, you see the content creators, they segregate themselves. They segregate themselves. You got the black content creators, the white content creators. Like, nobody even supports each other. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry, Ryan. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with the opinion, but I want to get back to talking football because that's a whole other show.
My bad.
So it's no knock. I get it, but we got to definitely get back to talking football because it's a lot of folks that really want to hear a little bit about what this man is going to bring to the table. And I've already said the main thing that we have to concern ourselves with is how this draft goes. This draft is going to tell you what direction we are going to go in with the Falcons.
Sure. I hope
what's going on, Deshaun?
I agree.
To go past.
I agree. Let me go on. I guess it's my turn to talk now. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Go
ahead. With 3 or 4 picks, you're right, Ryan. This is definitely gonna have to be Terry's best, and I mean best draft. I mean, every one of these picks maybe the last couple, but I'll put it like this: first 2 or 3 picks, they're gonna have to count. They're gonna have to be doggone their starters. I mean, I'm just saying you're gonna have to really make them count. I'm with you with the offensive right tackle or the defensive tackle as the first pick. Now, where we going after that? Knowing Terry is anybody's guess. Hopefully, he'll make the right pick and get the first round pick right. But you know his mind, how his mind works. It's like a cluttered box of lint up in there. I don't know. Maybe John can give you a better analogy. What's inside Terry's head?
I've already said it. Red. I've already said it. You either go offensive tackle, right tackle, or you go D tackle in the first round. Second round, guess what? Get your edge rusher after your edge rusher because it's so deep.
It's so deep at where?
You said knowing Ron.
I was gonna say knowing Terry, he draft. Okay, but knowing Terry, he's so offensive mind. If it's between offense and the defensive pick, here I think I'm gonna go with right tackle because he ain't never made a first round defensive pick since he been here.
But I'm gonna give you this though. If you do go down this route, the next thing that you need to get is a corner. You need to get you a corner number 2. And I've already said my pick for corner is that kid Kobe Bryant out of Kansas. That's my guy. And it's a kid out of Iowa State. I'm cool with the Big 12. I'm cool. Here's my thing. The one thing I know about the Big 12, they got height and they got size at corner. Okay. The thing is, we can't have no more short guys. Corners.
Can't have no more short guys like Cart Phillips. Gotta have some height.
And the crazy part and here's the crazy thing. I'm just giving you which direction we should go because this would address a lot of issues. Now, another thing you need to look at, if you're not going to go corner, guess what? You need to get you a safety because you don't know if Jesse Bates is going to be here. Not Jesse Bates, Justin Simmons is going to be here next year because of the money he going to want. You ain't going to have no money. You're not going to have any money to pay him. So you have to draft the safety. DeMarco Hellams is coming off of a serious injury from last year. And we don't know how he's going to perform.
I'll probably look free agency to address that specific position instead of wasting the draft.
If you notice, I said I want safety and corner in the lower rounds if I go down that route. I've already said that.
Well, I'm with you, but being that we only have a few picks.
Well, we got the 5th one too. But Red, we're also getting the 5th one too.
Okay.
Remember, we also get the 5th pick too.
Every pick is really important now.
I'm not sure what this means. I'm not sure whether it's me, but Red, is Ryan dropping out every few seconds when he's talking?
No.
I can hear him fine.
Oh, okay. Maybe this bad.
That might just be you over there, John.
Yeah, it might be me. Yeah, I don't put anything
John,
past.
I think the Falcons media team then tapped into your system, and they tired of you. They tired of you giving them hell over there.
Well,
I know they tired of me.
Look, I believe they might have pulled the plug on your channel. I think it might have been them.
Yeah. It probably was them. Yeah.
Well, they definitely have made an adjustment to the radio personalities that they allowed to interview them down here, because I noticed they brought Zeno back, and I don't know, Ryan, do you have Odyssey?
I love Zeno. Zeno is gonna ask them hard questions that need to be asked, and he gonna make you feel uncomfortable. I'm good with Zeno.
Yeah,
and you know what?
See,
as much grief as we give State Shapiro because he's a guy from out of town and how he comes at him, I'm okay with State giving the Falcons all kinds of hell right now. I'm okay with it at this point because they deserve it.
Sure,
they deserve it.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see what
John, I want to ask you something
in free agency first. Yeah. I'm interested to see what they do in free agency first and what they're going to do with some of the players that got on their team, and what, because the draft. Terry and them they've hit 50% of the shots. They've hit 50% of the shots, and some of the I'm interested to see what Trice does next year. What does Trice do next year? I'm interested.
I just hope he can come back healthy. If he can
right,
come back healthy,
I'm interested to see what happens. I'm interested to see what Helms does healthy. I'm interested to see what he does healthy. Helms, it's
the mental aspect,
right?
For me.
So
Wolf, it's the mental aspect with Helms for me at this point, because can he adapt and come back and mentally get over the injury? Because the physical part is good. It's the here.
So that's where I'm kind of at right now. I'm just kind of at the point to see what they do, and some of these players that we have on his team, specifically one player that I don't want to mention because everybody gets in the uproar. But listen, sometimes you got to take old yelling back of the barn and do what you got to do. Sometimes you got to do
what
that.
You mean? What you mean, Grady Jarrett? We all been saying trade Grady. We all been saying that. At this point,
we need to see what we need to send people out the pasture and see and that's just what it is. But you got some question marks here, and look, one thing I do know is that Robert Saleh got fired for doing his job before Ulbrich took over the head coaching position. Robert Saleh got fired for doing his job. He literally got fired for doing his job. Now, whatever, Aaron Rodgers and the rest of that mess in New Jersey, because they're from New Jersey, the Jets. That's another conversation, but Robert Saleh got fired for doing his job. Ulbrich went into a mess, but then again, we don't have the personnel that the Jets have. We just don't have
somebody for you that would fit us, bro. Hey, Wolf, you just said something and it made me think. You remember how you were saying we talked about the personality of this defense and what it's going to be, and we were saying we need a D tackle, we need an edge rusher, and we also need a linebacker. But it's a kid. It's just something about his game that I loved, and I got to watch him. He definitely. I talked about the kid out of Iowa State. His name's Darian Porter, but there's a kid that sticks out to me. He's out of Iowa. His name is Jamari Harris. 6'1", 190 pounds, runs a 4.5. He's got height. He can put a little bit more weight on, but the kid can flat out play. Fundamentally sound, solid tackler. And just one of those guys that I think they could bring a lot to the table or whatnot. Normally, we don't let folks come on with just the screen because we got to see your face. But you know what? I'm going to be nice tonight and let you roll through. What's up, Deshaun?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Come on in. What you got for us?
Well, I mean, the hire, it wasn't a surprise to me because, I had to feel Raheem was going to do that anyway because soon as I heard that Jeff was in the role, I heard that, oh, yeah, he's going to get the job. I mean, because if Jerry wasn't going to get it, if Wilk was going to get it, and neither one of them were at the top, I knew it was Jeff. But the thing is, like you said earlier, if he don't change from 2016 to getting better now, I think Raheem is going to be on the hot seat next year.
I agree.
Because 2 strikes you out. There ain't no 3 in Atlanta no more. Blank getting old and his son getting itchy to start to take over the team. Ooh. And when his son take over, he might clean the whole house.
And here's the thing that we're talking about it, Deshaun. It's really, we're looking at the holes that we have on defense. Offense, we have playmakers that can actually produce, but we have holes on defense. And I got a guy, and I always speak highly of HBCUs because that's something that is near and dear to me, but especially giving these young men opportunities. There's a kid out of North Carolina A&T at cornerback. He's 6'2", runs a 4.4. He's 185 pounds. His name's Karan Prunty. If you put him in an NFL system or a workout program, he would be a guy that could literally be a guy who could be a number 2 in the league. Very fundamentally sound, very physical at tackling. Definitely is not afraid to get up and mix it up with guys. And with us having limited picks, we've got to start looking at some of these guys that aren't the highly touted recruits where you get your guys out of North Texas. You get your guys out of the black colleges. You get your guys out of the other Division II or Division III schools. You know what I'm saying? But that comes with the scouting department changing. And this is why I'm saying this is one of the biggest things that we have to have at this point. We have to change how we attack the draft and how we attract free agency. Period. If we don't change that, we don't win ball games. I don't give a damn who's in your coach.
No,
and that scouting department got to change.
And then another thing, since Jeff is here, I know you're gonna make our linebackers better, but we got to get at least 1 or 2 more linebackers.
Yep, there's plenty of them out there. It's a defensive heavy draft, man. So
that
finally,
cover.
So what we gonna do? Because we're gonna wrap this thing up because we've been on for almost 2 hours or whatever. I appreciate everybody chiming in tonight. I want everybody to give a last final thought. You got 2 minutes apiece. Yeah, you got a time limit on it. Damn it, it's 2 minutes apiece.
All right,
I'll go first.
I'm gonna go on. Yeah, I gotta go on because Hawks won tonight, and Ryan, come on, slide over with me. Come on.
Oh, I got you.
Red. Yeah, me, you, and Red. We need to slide over. But at any rate, hey, you hired these people. It's on you, bruh. It's on you. It's all you. You, Terry, and your new defensive coordinator. When you go to the store, get the right thing. Be sure and get the right thing. Don't get nothing on sale. Don't get nothing that somebody just got rid of. Because, see, we are trying to do this for the long haul, and we're trying to trend upward. That's all I'm asking from a team, just to do the very best they can when it comes time for them shopping, as well as when it comes time to scheme. Now, Grady may have to go. But if you do send him on in order to get money, in order to spend, to get the very best you can, I don't want to hear no excuses. I want my defensive line killing people, figuratively speaking. I want them running over folk. I want them dominating. I do not want any jump. So, man, we got a long time to wait before we see the fruits of this hire. That's the most agonizing part of it. We don't have a game to play tomorrow. We're watching other people play. and I'm jealous. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm jealous, and I don't like to be jealous of no other team. I want my team in there doing that. I want my team to be on national television, not embarrassing me. Okay, so I got a long man. October, September. Gee, well, I got a long time to wait, but we'll just see, Ryan. We'll just see.
Yeah, I guess
And
I think. Oh, go ahead,
I'm out.
Jim.
You want me to go
Oh,
next? I'll
I'm
go
out.
next.
They about to pull me up, I think.
Yes, sir. Handle your business, John. Thank you for coming through.
Yeah, I was thinking, John. Yeah, but I'm not gonna poo-poo Ulbrich too bad. I mean, like I say, even though he's a retread, he didn't do that bad a job here. So I'm at least hoping our defense can at least get back to being solid and not complete trash like it was. But like I say, I would have loved to have seen some different voices in here, like a Wink Martindale or the kid from Pittsburgh. But it is what it is, Raheem. Like I said, you got to live with your decision. So we'll see. You're not the most important person on the team. That's Michael Penix in the offense. So I figure as long as that's on point, the Falcons will be okay, even if defense is just middle of the pack. But hopefully it'll be better. But as long as the offense top 10, we'll be okay. Rise up, go Falcons. Holler at you later, Ryan. I'm out. Finna finish looking at these games.
Appreciate you,
I guess
Red.
I'll
Big
go
Red.
next. I gotta go next. I'm not really mad at the pick. I think he could have got better. Like I said, I would like Wink or Wilkes. But if they can work with the Linebackers and get them better, I think we have a better defense. Our offense is gonna be good. I'm not worried about the offense. I just saying this don't give us another 7-10 season, and they go forward. And like you said, Ryan, work with the draft and can bring us some real people. Other than that, rise up. Thank you, Ryan, and y'all have a good night.
Appreciate you, my brother. Wolf, what you got, man?
Man, listen, man. It is what it is, man. I mean, it's we've had a defense that's been uh below standards for a while. So I don't know. To be honest with you, I hope that Raheem has success. I do hope that he has success. But you know, he failed us. He failed us this year. The organization at the top level failed us. And, for me, Ryan, is just to stay healthy. Right? Is my piece of I gotta stay healthy. So hopefully God could give me health so I can see another season. You know what I'm saying? At this point, that's all I'm wishing for me to be able to see the team be successful, for the team not to waste our talent. There's talent on this team, but if we keep making the wrong decisions, we're going to waste the talent. And then you look at the GM and you look at John Litt from Tampa Bay. He's just making all the right decisions. He's just making all the right decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's all I got. Listen, I appreciate you. Congratulations on the 700 subscribers. Hopefully, this is you and K Dubs and Gray Beard have a great year of success and putting out content, because that's the biggest story here is the Birdcage getting to 700 subscribers and congratulations. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the subscribers or everybody that rock with me. Everybody that don't rock with me, listen, man, don't report me if you have a difference of opinion. I'm on X. My phone number is out there. You can reach any content creator out there for a phone number. Call me up if you have a problem with the wolf, please. But don't ban somebody because they're trying to tell you their truth. That's all I gotta say, Ryan. You know what I'm saying? But listen, congratulations, 700 subscribers. Hopefully you get
Thank
to
you, bro. I
1,000, my
appreciate
brother.
it.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, bro.
No problem. Thank you for coming through, Wolf.
Thanks for having me on, brother. Thank you.
Always. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude the pop-up show for, as we say, the buddy system is alive and well. Jeff Ulbrich comes back to ATL. Guess what? We got to hope that we do well in this draft. And we just got to make sure that we get everything together and keep everything on point, because at this point, we can't screw this up. You can't screw this up. It's all on you at this point, Raheem. So what we need you to do, figure out how you're going to get this draft right. And you're going to have to do this thing. And truthfully, there's no room for error at this point. You screw up, my brother, you up out of here. Simple as that. Because as OG Chauncey said earlier, you pretty much blew your load when you brought this dude in and you passed on guys in the building. Now you need to get us a real defensive line coach at this point. That's where I'm at with it. So I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight. Also, I want to thank everybody who's been rocking with us since day one. And we got to 700, man. The next goal is to get to 800, 900, 1,000 and keep it moving. We definitely appreciate what y'all are helping us bring to the table, because we're going to go ahead and continue to keep bringing you this great content. Just hit that like and subscribe button on the way out, and just tell a friend to tell a friend, because we are here year round. We're going to keep it moving, and we're going to definitely keep talking Falcon football with y'all. Y'all be safe. Y'all enjoy the weekend. And remember what Monday is. It's all about Dr. King, a man who fought for not just civil rights for African Americans, but just for people in general to have a fair shake in the country of America. Give him his due. Don't look at it as just another day off, because, again, without him and many of those who came through the civil rights movement, blacks and whites who helped out, and many others, we wouldn't have some of the opportunities that we have. And Raheem Morris is benefiting from that right now, being a head coach in Atlanta, Georgia. So rest in peace to Dr. King, and we love you. We'll see you here next week. As we always say, man, you either get right or you get left. I'm out. Peace.